specific purpose. Any kind of applications we can develop by using Python, like web applications, automation applications, animation applications, gaming applications, desktop applications, embedded applications, networking applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications we can develop by using Python. Not purpose based, it's not for a specific purpose. Python is a general purpose programming, and it's a multi-programming features are involved. Multi-programming feature, what all the features we see in different other mobiles, sorry, other programmings, right? So all the features we can see within this Python. Means for example, if you take a labor example, if you want to launch a new product into the market, if you think you want to launch a new mobile phone into the market, right? What features you want to see within that, right, to attract the customers, the different features what we see in different other mobiles, everything which they're embedding into a single piece. Yes, it's going to attract the customers, right? In the same way, Python is kind of programming which has got the features of different other programming within it. Multi-programming. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. So it has got the features of object-oriented, crystal-oriented, modular programming, scripting features, right? Because of this multi-programming, later I'll brief you about what are the features we see in Python. A high-level language. Python is a high-level language. There are two types of languages. future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data prediction, data classification, data clustering, data recommendation. So it's a blend of techniques. The main technique what we see in machine learning is ML, right? Sorry, machine learning. So again, machine learning, right? If you observe ML, the techniques, right? To provide some data patterns to an application based on which to make the application to predict in the automated fashion. We have got many ML techniques, ML okay, regression techniques, classification techniques, clustering techniques, recommendation techniques, pattern matching techniques. Right? In this way, many techniques are available. For all the techniques to implement or to code, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for this yes machine learning environment, right? Yes. Even in AWS or DevOps, right? So Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries, right? So it acts as the remedy to any problem in the software industry, right? When it comes to DevOps or AWS, the ultimate goal is to reduce the time taken in DevOps lifecycle in improving the efficiency, right? So Python offers a structural solution in terms of automating the task in each of the stages of DevOps lifecycle, starting from the requirement gathering, the system design, in system implementation, system testing, system deployment, and system maintenance. Python is one of the best scripting languages with vast varieties of libraries which allows to write scripts for the improved development lifecycle, right? So apart from this, Python is also used within this big data environment, which does been like KBs of data, MBs of data, GBs of data, TBs, terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, petabytes, yottabytes. Yes. So from TB onwards, we say like big data is huge data, right? So even for big data applications, right, like huge data in TBs or petabytes. Today, if you talk like Facebook, YouTube, Google, all this, right? Most of the social media sites, right, generating huge data in TBs or petabytes. So to handle those, we have got some big data technologies like Hadoop and Spark. Hadoop and Spark, right? Spark very high speed processing. So both they are using languages like Scala, Python, all this, right? So Spark with Python implementation like PySpark. going to scrap the data. If data in database, we'll query it. If not in the database, we are going to scrap the data from websites. We have got module for URL BS4 modules, right? Web scraping. And apart from this, Python used for audio and video applications. Audio and video applications. Audio and video applications. So some Python also used for creation of audio and video applications like example like sim player, C player, some of the examples of this. And also Python used for embedded application, not only for computer applications, even used for electronics and civil side also, right? Like embedded applications, the most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. And apart from this, for CAD, computer aided designing or 3D CAD applications, right? Python is preferred. And apart from this, for computer vision, for face detection, color detection, object detection, right? We use Python. And for robotics, and we use Python script is used. And for desktop applications creation, single user applications or for console applications, right? The Python is preferred, right? So these are the different types of applications getting developed by using Python today, right? Not only this, we have got many other applications, but Python mostly used for creation of these applications. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built by using topmost applications. Topmost applications built by using Python. Okay. What are the topmost applications? Means many applications built by using Python, right? And who are using Python and topmost build applications built by using Python means, for example, Google. Google uses Python for its web search systems. Google is one of the best example for Python web application. And YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Yahoo using Python. And Uber using Python. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Instagram. Instagram is built by using Python. The prime reason for Instagram to choose for Python is its practicality and its simple features. There are some other applications like if you heard about Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox, and apart from this, the topmost OTT platform like Netflix also using Python. Netflix using Python for its security automation for subscription purpose. And MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. And Maya, a powerful 3D animation, just like Photoshop, we have got Maya, powerful 3D animation which uses Python scripting, right? BitTorrent using Python for its file saving service. And apart from this, iRobot observe, I can interact with Python statement by statement. So any valid Python statement first, we can just check it. X equal to 10, y equal to 20. What is x value? What is y value? It gives the response. What is x plus 2? What is x plus y? X minus y, x into 2, x to the power of 2, x right? Everything is what I'm going to do. This for Python core and advanced, right? Total Python language we'll be discussing. So nearly I'll be taking 70 hours for it, right? To complete it. Means for Python core and advanced in brief with multiple examples. Like 2 to 2.5 months it takes for only Python, right? Okay. And those who go for web applications, web development, right? Full stack. So UI technologies will be covered. Django is going to be covered. Django introduction, web framework, Django installation, project architecture, different types of .py files, Django application creations, Django views, Django templates, Django models, advanced and UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Postgres, JavaScript, and MySQL, right? So these are all we are going to provide it, right? So every session is a video recorded. You will be getting the recorded videos of every session. And one more thing, tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link to see more on this Python, right? Material, a soft copy of the material will be forwarded, right? Topic wise to your mail ID. With the recorded video, you will be getting to your Google Drives. And later a WhatsApp group will be created, right, for technical discussions. And observe. Total, if you want to go for, okay, first only for Python, right? The fee structure as it's said, right? It's only 5K. So like nearly 70 days we, and apart from this UI technologies, right? Plus the Django. For all this also, it is just previously it was 7K. Now it is just 5K for all these UI technologies, the Django and these projects. For all this 5K, right? Like 10K. If you want this only Python, you can just go for 5K, right? So yes, any queries from your side? Yes. Hope you understood this, right? What is the importance of Python and how it is used, the applications, what are its features, and why Python is super popular as compared with other programming. Yes. Any queries from your side, anyone? Right? You can. The sessions will be interactive sessions, right? You can unmute yourself and you can ask the query. Yes. Today was a demo session. But in the regular sessions, right? For every statement I type, you will be responding with the output. Learning is not the criteria. You need to build your own code. Learning Python is not the criteria. I'm saying you need to build the code by yourself, right? So for that, I'll be providing some assignment tasks to work with, right?
So can you speak in Hindi also?
So I can, if you have got any query, you can ask me up in Hindi, fine. So I can respond in English itself, right? Okay. Fine. Any other queries, right? Anyone? So everything writing, bringing
sir, which are the opportunities for project basis work or some part-time job by using Python?
So today, okay, if you say right, many the categories of people who learn Python, right, test concept.
Okay.
So today, everywhere, like so directly or indirectly, if you go to any software job, they're going
Uh,
to touch Python, right?
mhm.
Yeah, JavaScript also covered, which is so.
Uh,
There are two categories of people who update
create a one cloud function code. What it that cloud function code will be doing is like it is a serverless platform. In the backend, what it will do, it will try to copy whatever the data that you are uploading to the one bucket, and it will copy it to the one more bucket, so that whenever you do that activity, it will be backend, it will be doing this activity as well, so that there is a copy of your data. Okay.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this can be done. Yes, we will be having such kind of scenarios, plenty of practical scenarios we are seeing. And I want you to, if you are coming across such kind of a scenarios in your company also, you tell me, we will implement that solution. Okay, so that we will do, guys. Okay, I just don't wanted you to tell you a course and stop it here. I just want you to, if you guys have such kind of a scenario, sir, I am facing this kind of a problem, so can we implement such kind of a solution, or can we at least see an architecture for this solution? So that kind of scenarios we will see. If you are coming across, so please let me know. That's not a problem. And someone is asking a question, can you teach how to create a bucket via SDK? Sir, yes, we will create a bucket with the help of the Cloud Shell. Yes, of course. So I will tell you how to create a bucket two ways, sir. You can also see here. So because each and every, I want you to understand this point. I think I might not have told you this point. So let me tell you this point. Where is this? Yeah. So, sir, very important thing. I will write it here. There are two ways. There are more ways, but mainly two ways for me. Two ways to interact with GCP services. There are actually two ways for me. Okay, I don't know how people say, but for me, in my classes, I will tell there are two ways if you wanted to interact with the GCP services. One is UI, one more is code. Okay, one UI is nothing but a control. Code is nothing but a cloud shell or cloud SDK. Okay, or SDK, cloud SDK. Okay, this is what. In UI, we know that how we are interacting with the help of the user interface, nothing but a drag and drop, clicking something. That is what is a UI. If you wanted to interact with the services, if you wanted to use any service in the GCP, you can go with this way. Okay, this is a manual process. Sir, I wanted to create a bucket, or I wanted to delete something, or I wanted to interact with the Google Cloud Storage. You can also interact from the code, that is Cloud Shell or Cloud SDK, from anywhere. So these things also we will be seeing, guys. It is not that we are also looking, because I wanted to understand the concepts via UI, but tomorrow I wanted to automate it with the help of the code, because we are not just stopping here, because there are professionals who are automating the processes. Automating can only be done with help of the code. So there are two ways to interact with the GCP services. Keep this in mind, sir. Whenever you are getting any doubt, anything can be done with help of the UI, anything can be done with the help of the code. Okay, creating a bucket. Tomorrow, if I wanted to create a bucket, yeah, sorry.
Through code, we can use REST API also.
Yeah, through REST APIs also we can use it, but most of the people using these things. So even I am covering these two only. That is the reason I have mentioned REST API is also there, and there is also one more thing is also there, mobile application also. But most of the times we will be using this thing only. Even in the companies also, people use UI as well as Cloud SDK or Cloud Shell. Yeah. Okay. And one more question. Any Terraform Ansible tools required for automation? Sir, no. Any Terraform and Ansible tools required for automation? No, sir. Our main intention is to have a data to be created and automated with the help of the pipeline. So that is what we are going to do. That is SQL plus Python is enough for this course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In real time, we will be creating the bucket, or admin team, they will create the bucket and hand over to us.
No. So there are two ways. So if you go to, there are two, it depends upon your company, guys. If you go to the MNC companies, you will be having a dedicated team for the admin. So they will be doing the admin activities. Admin, I would not say admin. So there are two, admin, or you can also DevOps. Okay. They will be taking care of the resources, infra related things. They are taking care of it. Okay. But if you go to the tier 2 companies, tier 3 companies, what they do is like something like startups or some um, low base, I mean, not product, some basic product based companies are, if you go to small scale companies, what small scale? Okay. What they do is like they will provide an entire, because it is a small startup company and you have to do everything on your own. In that case, you will be getting a chance to work on the UI, you will be getting a chance to creating a bucket, anything. You yourself have to work with the admin activities as well. That means IAM, all of those things, and permissions, roles. You yourself have to create a bucket. But when you are going to the MNC companies, most of the times they will not providing you access to do that. But there is an environment called sandbox. In that sandbox you can do anything. But if you look at the prod environment, they will not provide you no access at all. Okay, if you wanted to practice anything, you can go and do it in the sandbox. But in the startup, you will be providing an access to all of the things. You can able to work with that. So this is what it is. Okay. Yeah. You will a team BigQuery with loading files with the real-time scenarios. Yes, guys, I will teach. It's not team, right? You will teach. Yes. So you will teach BigQuery with loading files with the real-time scenarios. Don't worry about that. We will be having a plenty of such scenarios. Data proc, data flow, everywhere we are using the BigQuery. And I will take some CSV files. I'll upload it to the. I'll upload them as a. I will upload it to. Sorry, I will create a tables on top of those CSV files. And one more thing also, what we will do is like we will automate that process. Okay, as I told you, I don't want it to manually do it tomorrow. Okay, if a file CSV file available in the GCS bucket, what I wanted to do, sir, automatically it has to create a table inside the BigQuery. Okay, that automatic scenarios we will see. Don't worry about that, sir. Plenty of automations, plenty of scenarios, topics, real-time things we are going to see in our thing, guys. Don't worry about that. Yeah, just to focus on the knowledge, you will be able to get a lot of uh, you know real-time scenarios from me. The only thing is like please be attentive during the class. Yeah, yeah. Now, so this is enough for today. What I will do is like I will try to tell you how to create an account. So we will see tomorrow rest of the concepts. Okay. Now let us see how to create a bucket. Sorry, it's already 8:20, guys. Okay. So let me. Can we see it tomorrow or shall we see it today itself? Sir, I would tell you. So some people are
Yeah, we
asking
can
for
do it
the.
today.
Yeah. Some people are asking for the slides and some people are asking. So slides I may not be sharing with you. But what I will do is like I will share you the material. Okay, what is that material? It is a very robust, and you see the material for the Google Cloud Storage tomorrow. Today we have seen, right? What is the Google Cloud Storage? This is access to my notes I will give you, sir. What is a GCS? How to create a bucket? All the concepts, high level concepts. And note, oh, here I have mentioned, sir, whenever you use any service in the Google Cloud platform. Okay, this is one more thing, two costs associated. One is storage cost, retrieval cost. Tomorrow we will see this point. Okay, so these notes I will provide it to you guys. Okay, I will provide access to the my notebook. This is my OneNote notebook. We will be having all of these things here only. So I will provide access to that. And so that for that one, I want everyone to complete your registrations. Then only there will be a group created. There I will provide the link for that so that you will be able to access it. And access also not provided to all guys, only for those who have registered. And if I got an email from the team, I will provide access to that particular email. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So please complete your registration tomorrow. So please remember, make me remember, sir. Tomorrow, first thing we will create a bucket. We will create an account. Okay. Later only we will see the rest of the things. Yeah. Because it's already 8:20. Even I am having some other tasks. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Hope you learned something today. So I want you to learn everything, almost everything, every day, whatever we are speaking. If you are unable to understand, please try to ask me. So that wouldn't be a problem. You can raise a question. You can raise anything. If you wanted to see a real-time things also, you can do. Okay, complete your registration to get the notes, guys. Okay, thank you all. Hope you learned something today. Thank you all. Hello guys, very good morning everyone. Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to the session today. So let us start the session. If you remember, yesterday we had discussed about the introduction of the Google Cloud Storage, right? What is a Google Cloud Storage, guys? Google Cloud Storage is a one of the fully managed service. What does that mean? One of the fully managed means fully managed is nothing but all the resources required for the managing the files as well as storing the files and retrieving will be taken care by the GCP itself. We need not to worry about that thing. The only thing we have to worry about is like how to create a bucket and how to upload a file, and after that how to make sure the data is controlled and need not to worry about the resources required to build this GCS. And one more thing, we have to worry about what are the storage classes we need to take care of it, and the location as well as object version. And what kind of a tool it is, guys, if you ask me, a Google Cloud Storage is a service for storing your any type of a data, any kind of a data, any number of files we can store here. And how the Google Cloud Storage operates? Google Cloud Storage operates via bucket, okay, and objects. What is a bucket, guys? A bucket is nothing but a container to store your objects. And what is your file object, guys? Object is nothing but a file. Okay, it allows worldwide storage and retrieval. It is a scalable and secured platform. So this is all about a introduction to the Google Cloud Storage. Now the question is how to create a bucket. Sir, as I told you, if I wanted to work with any of the service in the GCP, there are two ways. One is via console, one more is via command line tool. Okay, so let me open. Okay, so if I wanted to work with a uh, interact, to interact with GCP, how many ways we can interact with the GCP case? There are plenty of ways. The REST APIs, there are many things, but mainly as a developer, as a data engineer, we are going to work with, we are going to focus on two things. Okay, that is, one is user interface. That is what we call as a console. One more is command line tool. That is your shell or SDK. Okay, so these are the two ways that we can work with. Now the question is how to create a bucket from the console. That is one thing, and also how to create a bucket from the command line tool. So these are the two things that we will see, guys. Okay, so now let us see. Let me go to the console and tell you how to create a bucket and how to interact with the, and while creating a bucket, what are the things that we have to take care, one by one we will see. And likewise, how to create a bucket from the command line tool. That means with the help of the commands, with the help of the Linux commands, how to create a bucket also we will see. Okay, all of these things one by one we will see. Okay, for that one, let me go to my, let me go console. Okay, login in. I am logging into my console, guys. Google Cloud. Okay, so let me first give you an introduction to the Google Cloud platform here, the interface. So when you logged into your Google Cloud, so this is how the interface looks like. Okay, in the interface top left, you will be able to see all the services. This is your navigation menu where you will be able to see all the list of services or the products available in the Google Cloud. Okay, so this is one thing. And one more thing, once you have here, so everything is worked via project, guys. Okay, this is something that we are going to start maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, about what is a project and how to interact with all of these things. We will see tomorrow, guys. But for now, just understand that. So when you wanted to work with any of the service in the GCP, okay, when you wanted to work with any of the service in the GCP, we have to enter, we have to select a proper project. Either we have to select a existing project or we can create a new project. Okay, how to create a new project, guys? Click on this new project. You will provide your project ID, project number, that's it. Okay, new project will be created. So each and every product in the GCP will be uh, can be tracked from the project only, and billing also enabled from the project only. If you don't select a proper project, the project you cannot be able to work with any of the resources. And one more thing, you have to enable the billing only, otherwise you can able to need not to, unable to work with the GCP services. And while you are working with any of the service, there will be a API. You have to enable the API. All these things are linked to a project only, because all the tracking of the billing will be done from the projects. Okay, so this is one thing, guys. Okay, now once you have here, sir, if you wanted to work with any of the service in the GCP, either you can go to the left navigation menu, select that service. Like if you are working with the Google Cloud Storage, you can select here. No, you wanted to directly select it, you can directly search that particular service. You can also select it from here. Okay, Google Cloud Storage. And after that, sir, there is a free trial status, how much amount of money that is left in your free trial status and how many days it is, you can able to see from here. Okay, and here this is where you can able to activate your cloud shell, sir. If we wanted to work with the cloud shell, nothing but a command line tool, where this is where the place you have to go and click on activate the cloud shell. When you click on activate the cloud shell, one more at the bottom you will be able to see a command line tool will be opened for us. It takes like almost 30 seconds. For the first time it can take 30 to 40 seconds. You see here a cloud shell terminal will be opened for us. Okay, so this is a we will see what is actually a cloud shell and what kind of a tool it is and how to an introduction to the cloud shell also I will tell you guys. But now let us not worry about that. And after that, this is where you will be able to see all the notifications when you create a bucket, when you delete a bucket, when you move something, you will be able to see here. And the settings, you if you wanted to go to the project settings, you can go for from here. And all the if you wanted to add one more account, a sign out account, and you wanted to look at your account details, so from here you will be able to do it. So this is all about the interface of the Google Cloud, guys. In a Google Cloud, you will be able to have a navigation menu for selecting the each and every service, or go to the search box for selecting a proper service. And one more thing is like you can select a proper project from here. Either you can select an existing project or create a new project. And here you can go to the uh, project settings as well from here. Okay, and one more thing is like activate cloud shell, so you can able to see the cloud shell was activated. You will be able to see. So whenever you are working from the console also, the very first thing is like you select a project, right? Likewise, whenever you work from a cloud shell also, you select a proper project. Okay, so this project by default the this project is selected. How I know? Every project is tracked with the help of their project ID, guys. So this is your project ID, arboreal avatar, right? Here you see arboreal avatar. So this is your project ID. And if you wanted to select one more project from the Cloud Shell, so the thing here is like you have to mention this one, Google Cloud config set project, and that project ID you have to mention, so that you will be able to enter one more project. And here from the console, if you wanted to go to a one more project, you directly click on that one. So like how you are clicking on this one, you click on one more project, that project will be selected. So if you are working in that project, that means all the billing will be enabled to that particular project only. Okay, so this is what is all about the introduction to the GCP console as well as Cloud Shell, guys. And I want you to understand what is a Cloud Shell also now. Okay, I think, do I have somewhere the Cloud Shell information? No. No. Yeah, here it is. Yes. Okay. So what is a cloud? As I told you guys, if anyone wanted to interact with the GCP services, there are two ways. Okay. The very first thing is web user interface. Then the very next thing is command line tool, that either Cloud Shell terminal or an editor. Sorry, Cloud Shell terminal or SDK. So these are the two ways that we can work with. And one more thing, what is a Cloud Shell? Because we know that console is a web interface. We know how the web interface works. But what does this Cloud Shell, sir? A Cloud Shell is a very small Linux operating system, guys. It is a command line tool. It has a 5 GB storage. Storage size is 5 GB, and it has a language support to SQL, Python, Go, Java, all of these things. If we wanted to work with the shell, we first activate it. After that, we select a proper project and use shell commands and Linux commands to interact with the each and every services. Okay, so this is what is a Cloud Shell, guys. You should not you should understand that the Cloud Shell is a very small machine. When I say a very small machine, it does have a Linux operating system, and it is having only 5 GB persistent disk storage, and it has a language support to SQL, Python, Go, Java. Okay, so whenever you wanted to interact with any of the service from the Cloud Shell, you provide a proper command from the Cloud Shell to interact with that particular service. That commands will be available. I will tell you how to do that, because I have listed here. Okay, one by one we will see. We need not to, hurry. We are not in a hurry, guys. So what we will do, so whenever I interact with any of the services, there are two ways I will tell you. For example, today I am working about a Google Cloud Storage. I will tell how to create a bucket from the console. I will also tell you how to interact with the Cloud Shell, how to interact with the Google Cloud Storage from the Cloud Shell also. Okay, two ways we will see. Now we understood that the interface, there are two ways that we can interact. One is console and via Cloud Shell. Now we will go to the Google Cloud Storage and try to create a bucket on the console.
Hello.
Yep.
I am on doubt, sir.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between this Cloud Shell, which are working with Linux operating system, you told, no?
Yes.
So what is the difference between this Cloud Shell and the SSH? During the computing we are creating now, so there we are getting into the SSH. The same stream is what different thing is there?
Where we will be able to interact with each and every service in GCP. And one more, this SSH terminal is only for that particular virtual machine, right? So you cannot interact with all the GCP services. If you want to interact with that particular virtual machine, what you provide some commands. You wanted to upload some file, you wanted to delete some file, you wanted to see some information, you wanted to access some information, you wanted to provide some permission. So all of those things are related to that particular virtual machine. Okay, there also you will be using a Linux commands, and those commands are also similar. But the thing is, like, it is only specific to that virtual machine. But here Cloud Shell is a overall service or in general service or a primitive service where you can able to interact with each and every service in the GCP. All the resources, all the permissions, everything can be done from the cloud shell as well. So that is the main difference, guys. Okay.
Okay, sir. Then what is the purpose of SSH, sir? We can directly interact with the, what are the comments we are giving in SSH? The
No,
same
no,
command
no.
we can
So you
use
have to understand that one more thing is like if I wanted to interact, because see a virtual machine, as I told you, you have to understand this thing as well. A cloud shell is a small machine. When I mention a small machine, it have only the 5 GB persistent disk storage. And when you go to the virtual machine will be having a lot of storage. Sir, I wanted to move a file from a file of 10 GB to a virtual machine, that I can do, but I cannot load it to the Google Cloud Shell, right? Because it has only 5 GB. When I say 5 GB, you can only store until 4.5 GB of storage only. So it's not possible. But when I say virtual machine, you can able to store any amount of data as per your storage requirements. If you have a given a configuration of storage like 500 GB, you can store 500 GB also. You can store 1 TB also. According to your requirement, you create a virtual machine. But it is not, it is just a small machine to interact with this and that, but it is not for running a heavy things. Okay, even you go for a heavy complex things, it will not, it will struck, because it's a very small machine. But SSH terminal is a very it's like your shell commands. Okay, you for example, you have a laptop, right? When you go to a laptop, you have a command line tool, right? That's like your SSH terminal. Okay, that means when you wanted to work with your laptop, you have a your user interface that you go do this and that. But in the command line tool, you have a command CMD. When you enter a command called CMD in your search button, you will be able to open that command line tool. You can also work with from the command line tool from any of the to any of the services. Okay, when you wanted to work with any of the services in your local laptop, so if you wanted to work with this thing, that thing, you can able to work with. So that is like your SSH terminal. Okay, a full machine and its own everything will be controlled by SSH. Not only the SSH. If you open, for example, if your virtual machine is a Windows operating system, then you can again do with a user interface also. Okay, but if you have selected a Ubuntu or Debian, so then you can able to only work with the commands only in that case. So that is what that command line tool is, nothing but a SSH terminal. Yeah.
Well, okay, whether that G Cloud and GS Util, both commands will work in SSH.
Of course, yes, it will work. G Cloud commands will work, yes. But you have to import it before that. Okay, because SSH terminal is specific to that virtual machine, but it does not understand the Google Cloud. Even though I am working in a Google Cloud, it does not understand. So what you do, you import all the modules. Okay, when you import all the modules, it will work.
All the module bits.
So we will see in our upcoming classes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, so Google Cloud Storage we are seeing, right? So how to create a bucket and how to interact with the how to create a bucket, how to create a folder, and how to upload a file inside this Google Cloud Storage one by one we will see now. Okay. So for example, when you are inside a Google Cloud Storage, this is how the interface looks like. If you wanted to create a bucket, click on create bucket. Keep yourself muted, guys. Okay, when you click on a create bucket, so as I told you, there are few things that we have to remember while creating a bucket. Okay, first thing, while providing a name of your bucket, we have to pick a proper globally unique name. When I say globally unique name, no one has used so far this particular name as a Google Cloud Storage bucket. Okay, so some disturbance. 1 minute. Yeah. So, when I say globally unique name, so far no one has used this name as a Google Cloud Storage bucket. No one, when I say it's not me, it's not you, it's everyone. whoever so far worked on the Google Cloud Storage, for example, I did not create a bucket with the name of the bucket called a bucket. Okay, but someone might have used it. Okay, so this bucket name is already taken. Bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3, something like that. If you give a normal name, it might have created by someone, might have used this kind of a bucket name already, so you cannot be able to create it. So it should be a properly unique name so that you can able to give that to your bucket. So for now I am going to give storage underscore bucket underscore resources. Okay, so this is the bucket. I have given a proper bucket name, which will not, I believe that which will not be used by anyone so far. Even though if still this is the 10102, I will give. Okay, so this name no one has used so far. It is a globally unique name. Now after that, once you have given a proper name to the bucket, click on continue. And this is where we have to worry about a location. So I want you to understand about a location, sir. While you are creating a bucket, the very important thing you have to remember is, one of the important thing is location, guys. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of noise. 1 minute. Okay, location. So there are three there are three types of locations available inside when you wanted to create a bucket. One is region, one more is dual region, one more is multi-region. Okay, so these are the three things, sir. What is the difference? One by one we will see, sir. Very important thing, let us try to understand it. Sir, you select a region. Sir, this is your bucket. You selected one region and you created a bucket. Inside a bucket, you have one file. Okay, that file is sales.csv. You have uploaded this file. Okay, now tell me, you selected a region called some US. Okay, instead of that name, instead of names, I will say region 1. Okay, you selected one region, you selected one region, and inside you have created a bucket, and inside the bucket you have uploaded a file. Okay, so what happens if this region crashes? What happens? Think about it like this, guys. If what happens if this region has a failover? All the data related to whatever the bucket, the data inside the bucket will lose, right? So this may happen for the single region. When you select a single region, if we do not know, there can be no failovers, but in any case, if there is a failover happened at that particular region, all the data inside your bucket will be gone. Okay, so that is the problem with the region. So that is the reason it has a, and one more thing is like a latency will be there, and data loss may happen. Data loss may happen because you have only selected, there is no replication. I would say instead of that one, no replication. Instead of that one, I will say no replication. Okay, so these are the two things. There will be a latency. When I say latency, you wanted to see here, you wanted to get the data from this particular bucket. There are plenty of the people need to have the data from this bucket, but the thing is like many people are accessing. That is the reason there is a latency because of a single region. So there will be a latency and there is no replication. When I say a replication, we will see in a dual region, guys. Okay, now if the failover happens, the data will be losing. So I don't want it to go such scenarios. What I will do is like, I will go to the dual region. In a dual region, what happens is like, whatever the data that you have uploaded, right, it will be replicated to the one more region, sir. What it will do, sir? It will be replicated to the one more region. Okay, in a dual region, you have created a bucket with a region 1 and you have selected a dual region. So whatever the file you uploaded, sales.csv, that data, say similar data, the same data will be replicated. One more copy of the same data will be available in the region 2 because it is a dual region. So one more region will also be there. The data will be copied or replicated to the one more region. Okay, it is replicated to the one more region. What is the advantage, sir? If region 1 failover happens or if the region 1 crashes, your data will be available all the time. Your data will be available from the this region too. Okay, so this is what is an advantage. Okay, this is what I am calling as a replication.